at how we solve trigonometric equations. And here we have this question here that says find all values of x which can satisfy 5 sine x equals 4 cos x. So we have this as an equation. We're trying to find the value of x. X is the variable we're trying to solve here. We're trying to find out what is the value of x. So the first step to make things easy, what we can do is we can divide both sides of this equation with cos x, because you see we have cos x here. If we divide both sides by cos x, we'll have 5 sine x over cos x equals 4 cos x over cos x. So cos x cancels out cos x, and then we have sine x over cos x. But now remember that the sine of an angle divided by the cosine of that same angle will give you the tangent of that angle. So sine x over cos x is going to be equal to tan x. So we can replace this sine x over cos x with tan x, and if we do that, we'll have 5 tan x equals 4. So now what do? We're trying to find the value of this x here, and now we have this 5 multiplying tan x. We can divide both sides by 5. So if we divide both sides by 5, we'll have 5 tan x divided by 5 equals 4 divided by 5, because we have a 4 here, so we divide by 5. Now 4 divided by 5 is 0.8. 5 cancels 5 here, so we're left with tan x on this side and 0.8 on this side. So tan x equals 0.8. Now if you take your calculator, when you have tan x equals 0.8, what you do is you write x equals arctan 0.8. Arctan just means you've moved this tan from the x to this other side. So you're trying to find out which angle x is. So if you look at your calculator, you should see this function arctan. So you press arctan and then you press 0.8, and then it's gonna give you the value. So x equals 38.66 degrees. But remember, the question asks you to find all values of x which can satisfy this equation. Now how do you know if this angle you got is all the value of x? Well, remember that tan x equals 0.8, and 0.8 is a positive number. It doesn't have a minus sign, so it's positive. And the tangent of any angle can only be positive in the first quadrant, which is angles between 0 and 90 degrees, and is also positive in the third quadrant, which is angles between 180 and 270. So we have this quadrant here just for to make it easy. The first quadrant, in the first quadrant, this A is telling you that all the angles are positive. The second quadrant, this S is telling you that only sine is positive. Only sine of angles between 90 and 180 are positive. For tan and cosine, they are negative for the angles in this range. Then in the third quadrant, only tangent is positive, and the third quadrant is angles between 180 and 270. And for the fourth quadrant, only the cosine is positive. So one way you can master this quadrant, if you draw a circle and divide it into 4, you write the letters A, C, T, S for acts, or you start from here and you write C, A, S, T, cast. So but what we want to take out from here is that for the tangent, the angle is only positive in the first quadrant, which is between 0 and 90, and this angle is between 0 and 90, so that's one answer. Now the second possible answer is angles between 180 and 270, which is where the third quadrant is. So how do we find the second angle, which is also going to be positive? Since it's the third quadrant, we just add 180 to what we got, which is 38.66. So 180 plus theta, or 180 plus x, which is what we have here, is going to be, so x is also equal to 180 plus 38.66 degrees. So x is equal to 218.66. So for this question, not only is x equals to 38.66, x is equal to 38.66 and 218.66. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe.